Hi everybody, and welcome to another episode of Cooking with the Painted Lady. So I was going to take these off because, they're glasses. We are going to make vintage peanut butter bars today. It's a recipe I've wanted to make for a while, but I've never made it before. So we're going to see how this turns out. So you guys are joining me for the first time making this recipe. We're going to start out with 1.5 cups of sugar. All right. Whoa. And then we add 1/2 cup of brown sugar. 1.5, that one. And I'm gonna call that 1/2 cup. And then 1 tablespoon of vanilla. And then 4 eggs. And then I'm going to go ahead and mix all these together. Mix that together real good. And then, okay, so I got my 2 cups of flour. There we go. And now we're just going to mix this together pretty good. Try not to make your flour go all over the place, but knowing me, I probably will. I already got sugar and brown sugar. Why not flour? All right, now you're gonna mix all of this together. I'm gonna see in the end if it turns out. If not, you guys can scratch this whole recipe, but I think it's gonna be delicious. I love peanut butter. So doing the keto diet, you know keto. And sometimes I'm like craving something sweet so badly. I'll go in and I'll grab a tablespoon or like a spoonful of peanut butter, and then I'll get a little bit of Nutella and I'll like swirl it in there. Yeah, I know. Nutella has tons of sugar, but it's delicious. And then that's a good little treat, and then I feel better. I'm satisfied. All mixed. Have this batter all mixed up. And now I greased a 9 by 13 by 2 pan. This is what they recommend, so we're going to do it. And they say that it doesn't rise a ton. Rises just a little bit because of the eggs and the flour, but there's not any baking soda or baking powder or anything like that, any yeast or anything. So everybody's oven's going to be different. So check it. I don't know what you're supposed to check for, but I'll tell you later. I don't know that it's supposed to be brown, but because it's brown, I don't know how you're going to tell if it's done. But I'm going to put it in for I'll probably put it in for about 35 minutes just because my oven is weird. And yeah, so there we go. All right, so I went ahead and just warmed up a little bit of peanut butter, put it on the stove for a second and melted it down. So 1/4 cup of that. And then this is pretty much just gonna make a peanut butter frosting glaze on top. It sounds like this recipe is really rich, so you don't want too much frosting. Or you might want too much frosting. It's totally up to you. Double or triple the recipe. Don't care. So now I'm going to put 1 teaspoon of the Mexican vanilla. If you like Madagascar vanilla, if you like different kinds of vanilla, use it. I just really like Mexican vanilla. I found some of my boxed powdered sugar, which is that weird? I think the box powdered sugar tastes so much better than the bag powdered sugar. So weird. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of this and give it somewhat of a stir. Okay, there we go. Now we're gonna add some more powdered sugar. Like I said, you gotta, oh, see, it's still lumpy, so lumpy. It's gonna take a minute to work it, isn't it? So when you do this glazed frosting, you could do like a Nutella frosting, or Nutella's delicious. You could do a Nutella frosting. You could do a ganache, a chocolate ganache, if you wanted like peanut butter and chocolate. But we're just gonna do like the original recipe, which is the peanut butter bars with the peanut butter glaze. Like, see how that consistency, it's nice and creamy. It's gonna be, it's really sweet. So yeah, I understand why they only put a little bit on, but that's delicious. That vanilla is so good in there too. Okay, so it's cooled down. I mean, the pan's still a little warm, and the cake's a little warm, but that's where the bars are a little warm, but they're not hot. See that? So it's kind of dense. So that's what makes it a bar, not a cake. And now I made the frosting. You saw me do it. It's cooled down a bunch, so it's kind of thicker. You guys, this frosting is delicious. So I'm gonna spread it on these bars. There's not very much here, so it's got to be like a really thin layer. And I think as it's on here, because it's kind of warm, it's going to loosen up this peanut butter. Yeah, you can see it's already starting to get looser. All the frosting on there. And it's really, 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 really thin layer. Like really thin layer. Edge, so you loosen the edge away from the cookies. Cookie sheet. Cut it down the center. Ooh. Okay, should I get, I'll get an edge. I'll get a corner. Oh, that comes out really easy. I was a little nervous about if it was gonna come out or not. Came out nice and clean, see that? Nothing stuck. Look at that bar. I think that I would, I'd probably drizzle some Nutella on it. Okay, I'm gonna try it. Oh, it's kind of crumbly. It's kind of crumbly. It's good. It's got a little crisp on it, which is really good. And I thought it was gonna be a lot sweeter, but it's not. It's dense. It's good. I'll probably modify this, and I'm wondering if it will probably stay together when it's cooled down, or if it's gonna fall apart more. So anyways, if you know what to do to switch it up, share it, and then maybe we'll come back to this recipe because it's pretty good, and show you if we modify it and play with it, and probably will. Anyways, try it, make it, enjoy it. See you next time.